In this Smart Music Business episode podcast, I want to talk to you about always conducting yourself as a professional so the doors stay open.
I spent the last 14 years playing over 1,000 shows, touring 22 different countries, and become a top 40 Billboard charting artist. I fired my record label to go out on my own as an independent artist to market and release my own music, selling thousands of albums and millions of streams. The question I always get is, how did I do it without a label and sell even more music? This podcast is here to show you the way. Join me and follow along as I learn, apply, and share marketing strategies to grow my music business in a loyal fan base.
Hey, so what's going on, guys? Just doing one of my last walks in California before we go back to Canada, and spent a day at Disneyland yesterday. That was amazing with the family. My daughter's getting older, and she's just loving it. And I went on this ride called Soaring, and it was unfreaking real, unbelievable. It looked like we were just flying in the air and over mountains and water and elephants, and he even had certain scents and air that would blow on you to make it like so real. It felt so real. It was crazy. My daughter liked it. I think she was a little nervous or whatnot. But I want to jump into this episode, and I was just walking and I was just thinking about something, and it's because a company that I worked with kind of just rubbed me the wrong way, and just something didn't like really work out. And it reminded me, like, I wanted to kind of like really make a big stink about it, and I've decided not to. And I almost wrote an email to the person, like telling them off, and I just deleted it, and I just decided to stay cool. And you know, sometimes you're going to get mad at people. You're going to feel people rip you off, and you're just going to want to like rip into them. You're going to want to post something on social media. And I want to encourage you not to do that, and always respond in kindness, always respond with sugar. You'll get so much farther than trying to rip somebody in half. And it really just slams the door, and you have no idea who those people know, you know. And I'm going to share you two hilarious stories of why you shouldn't do this. The first one is, this is really funny. I was at Chuck E. Cheese maybe a few months ago with my daughter and wife, and the food was a little late, and it was just taking forever for just some cheesy bread or something to arrive. And we were hungry, we were getting a little frustrated, and I think me and my wife were just about to say something like to the manager. He came over, and we were just about to like start complaining, and he goes, "Hey, Manifest, I'm a big fan," and like started fanning out on me and stuff like that. And I was like, oh my gosh. And so that made me realize, like, you never know, you know, who's watching, you know what I mean? And so you always want to be kind to people. And here's another second thing I want to share is I was on tour years ago playing the show in Omaha, and the promoter did not treat us very well. They didn't promote the show very good. The food was not very good. It was like, and I'm very thankful just to be fed or anything, okay? But like when you bring someone in, I really do believe you should honor them and treat them. Not like I'm supposed to be a king or something like that, or you're a king, but you know, you treat people well. You bring them in for a show. It's supposed to be a good experience. And anyways, so that was a little rough with the food. It was just like sloppy joes on a bun or something like that. That's fine if you like sloppy joes. I'm not against sloppy joes. They can be good. But anyways, he ended up not paying. And like, just, I had to like try and get the money, and he just totally like stiffed us on a bunch of money. And I remember, you know, being the immature young band guy I went and posted something on social media. I think I was like, you know, the promoter stiffed us, and we need some money for a hotel. Can you guys help us out and send some PayPal money then? And I'll be honest, money was really, really tight. I was paying all my band members because they were hired guns, because it was just Manifest. So I had to pay everybody. I had to cover food. I had to cover hotel. Like, it was on me. You know, it was really on me to just cover stuff. And I would never, ever stiff my guys. Like, I would pay my guys no matter what. It was my responsibility. I would never not do that to my friends, you know, that are paying for me. That's like the worst wrong thing to do. So I always had to, you know, figure things out. So there was pressure. And so I went and posted on social media, like, this guy stiffed us and all this stuff. And you know what? Some people sent some money in, which was super generous. But then the promoter's wife got on there, and she started saying like we were mean, and all my fans started defending us, and it just became this long, huge, blown up post. And all of a sudden my phone's ringing from my wife, and then one of my admin guys at home home, and he's like, dude, what's going on? And at the time, I just thought it was funny. I was just like, just leave it. And then I realized that, it was actually really immature, and I shouldn't do stuff like that. And honestly, since then, I have not posted anything like that because I realized it just doesn't look professional, man. And when you post something on social media, when you vent, and let me tell you, there's going to be so many times you're going to want to vent. Someone's going to do you wrong, something's going to happen, you're not going to like the prime minister or the president or this person or that person. You just want to vent on there, and just I just really encourage you to always sleep on it for 24 hours and let the emotions pass, because we are emotional creatures, okay? And emotion isn't wrong, but it needs to be controlled, and it needs to be, subdued sometimes, and just not let it run away with us. Or honestly, you'll end up saying things you wish you never said before. You end up doing things you wish you'd never done before. And especially when you mix alcohol in there, if you're, into alcohol, and I'm not against alcohol at all, but I will say this, that a drunk person will do things they would never do when they are sober. It totally changes your mind state and your state of being. It is a drug, in my opinion. I know it does, because it's changed my state and the way I feel. And it's one thing to drink alcohol, it's another thing to get drunk and wasted. And so, that's just a little bit of wisdom there, whatever your beliefs are in that. It's just truth. People do things that they would never do when they are sober. And so, just as far as just conducting yourself and not messing things up, like I know people that have lost opportunities and ruined things for, whether it was them with a label or manager, because they weren't conducting themselves as pro. They went and told someone off. And I'll give you one more example. And again, this is on tour, and the money was wrong, and I found out another band was getting paid more, and like they had no fan base, like compared to us, like nothing, and they were getting paid more than me, and I was just furious to find that out. And I was like, and I couldn't get my money or something. I can't remember. Of course, it's always to do with money, right? And anyways, I blew my lid again, and on the booking agent, I was freaking out, and I guess he emailed my manager, who was like, yo, what's up with this guy? Like, I thought he was like a Christian. Why is he like freaking out? And honestly, I was like, oh, dang, dude. Like, again, I'm not conducting myself. And I just kind of blew my lid without just go calm about it, And because like when I freaked out, not only did, I lost my whole rep as, being a Christian, just being a good guy and, following God. Not only that, but he didn't want to really work with me because I was blowing my lid. Nobody wants to work with a jerk and a loudmouth and someone that's just like freaking out and demanding, and as opposed to being like, hey, can we just like figure this out calmly, and like, I know this will work out. And like, I don't even remember how much the money was. It wasn't even that much, but like, anyways, let me just tell you, people are going to rub you the wrong way. Things are going to happen. And please learn from my idiotic mistakes and my dumb hot temper that I've had at times. And honestly, I'm a human, and I'm still just working on things. And especially like, being a role model, being an artist, being an influencer, the eyes are on me. But guess what? The eyes are also on you. When you get on that stage, you are a role model, and you need to be an example. You need to decide, what do I want to represent, and that people are watching. So I hope that inspires you. Have a great day. Go kill it.
So if you're a struggling artist and you're just trying to figure out this music industry, you want to go full time with your music, you want to get noticed on social media, or learn how to launch an album, an EP, or just get your music more marketed out there, I want to encourage you to check out my coaching program called Fanbase University. Every single month, I jump on the phone 2 times with my students, and I coach them, and I teach them how to market their music, how to get noticed, how to handle booking agents, record labels, and just get their music out there. Also, you get access to exclusive training, you get interviews with music industry professionals. If you want to find out more and not do this on your own, not struggle, because I've wasted thousands of dollars on my career, and now I want to coach other artists. Check out my program, fanbaseuniversity.com, or click the link below to find out more info.